हेलो गाइस, वेलकम बैक टू माय चैनल। आज मैं सेंट्रल लंदन आया हूँ चैरिटी वर्क करने के लिए। यहाँ पे जो भी होमलेस है उनको खाना देने के लिए। तो हम लोग ने खाना ऑर्डर किया है। खाना मतलब यहाँ पे जो भी सैंडविचेस और ये जो भी बॉक्सेस मिलते हैं वो ये होता है, वो हम लोग अभी डिस्ट्रीब्यूट करेंगे। यहाँ पे हमारे बॉक्सेस दिख रहे हैं। ओके, ये पूरा बैग भरा हुआ है, हम लोग फिर डिस्ट्रीब्यूट करेंगे और ट्राई करेंगे जितना जल्द को हेल्प कर सकते हैं हेल्प करेंगे। ये है किचन जहाँ पे होमलेस लोगों को फूड मिलता है। ये बेंचेस है।
This is the group, and that's fine. You can go ahead with this. How's everyone?
Yeah, good.
That's
Sorry, we
fine.
ran a bit late.
That's fine. Don't worry about it. Has anyone done anything like this before? Sort of like work with a soup kitchen before, or has anyone done this sort of outreach?
I have, but it was like at a time and like an organization, and it was almost
Yeah.
like an assembly line where people could come through, and then
Yeah.
you handed a sandwich and fruit
Yeah.
and maybe a chocolate or something.
So this is what we do here. So before we start, I'm just going to talk about who we are and what we do. So Soup Kitchen, we were started by the American Church, which is where we are now. It started off as outreach. So on Sunday back in '86, people would go out onto the streets giving food to rough sleepers in Tottenham Court Road. And it sort of grew, and then we became an independent charity in 1996. So we're privately funded. We get no government help at all. So everything we get in terms of money donations, so money, food, equipment, all that is through donations of our long-term supporters and corporate like you guys. So our main thing is giving food out to the homeless, food, clothing and mental health support. We are open 6 days a week, Monday to Saturday between 10 and 12. And between those hours, we will serve up to 200 people a day in those 2 hours. Also 3 times a week, we will do an evening takeaway service, and we can expect maybe 50 people, so not as many. Just because in London, around London, in the evening, there tends to be more soup kitchens. So if you ever go around to different parts of London, each borough will have a soup kitchen on the main street, serving hundreds of people their evening dinners. So the people that come here are mainly homeless, which is the umbrella term for anyone without a fixed address. So the main people that we get are people who sleep on the streets. So they may be sleeping in just sleeping bag, tents, or just with a blanket out there. People who may be sleeping in hostels, going from hostel to hostel, or sofa surfing, or staying at friends' houses, basically having no place to call just their own. We also get a lot of pensioners that come here, pensioners who may be in care assisted homes. Not a lot of them are homeless, but a lot of them do kind of come out of their homes for this community that they've created here. And it is a community, so we kind of see ourselves as a community centre because we have been here for so many years. A lot of the people have kind of been here like 15, 20, 30 years. So yeah, we will do food.
Here for the walk.
Sorry?
I'm here for the walk.
You here for the walk?
Yeah.
Are you joining?
Hi. Thanks for coming, everybody.
Hi.
Sorry,
This is
I
Alex,
didn't
the soup
interrupt.
kitchen director.
Where did everyone come from?
We're all from Accenture. From
Oh, okay.
from the
Yeah,
payments practice.
Yeah. No, very well. I didn't mean to interrupt. I didn't realize Natasha was down here. So, thanks for coming, everyone. Hopefully, you have a really good experience today. I'm sure Natasha's already touched on this, but you'll come across a ton of people. I was just talking to a guy, James, out front, which is why I'm down here trying to find Natasha to ask her a question. James has been homeless for many, many years. He has severe mental health issues, like many, many people do on the street, mental health illness, addiction issues. But he just flagged me down. I hadn't seen him in a while, and just candidly said, I'm ready to get off the street. And he was so serious about it, and that's what it takes sometimes. So I came down here to ask Natasha a question. We're going to start that process for him. But it's interesting because no one that is on the street ever expects to be on the street, right? Especially when you're young. And he certainly didn't expect to be there either. One of the interesting things he just said to me, random story. Someone stopped to give him a Pepsi Max mango. And he said that reminded him when he was a kid, it triggered something, right? A mango drink that he had a falling out with one of his parents that he feels like was one of the things that kind of started his spiral downwards. And it's amazing how little things like that trigger you when you have such a troubled kind of childhood. And he was very poignant, our conversation just now. Interesting, you'll probably see him in just a little while. We're going to try and do some stuff for him. I said all that to say, if you're comfortable, I'm sure Natasha has addressed this or will engage with people. Take a minute just to listen. Sometimes it's not even talking. Sometimes it's just allowing people to talk and spending a few minutes listening to them. It has such a huge effect on people. It really, really does. But enjoy your time. Thanks for coming. Sure. Is this it? What, 6 of you? Is there more?
Yeah.
Behind the University College Hospital, because there's some tents there. Then we'll walk down Tottenham Court Road towards Leicester Square, Strand, and Charing Cross area where there's more tents. And you'll see more rough sleepers around that area, just because if you've ever gone past the Strand in the evening, there's always a soup kitchen or different organisation that will serve evening food, and you can expect to see 100+ people there. And that's usually around 5, 6. So by the time you get there, maybe too early, but some people do start queuing up a couple of hours earlier just so they're in front of the queue. But there's also a group of tents in Charing Cross which will step out as well. So we may finish everything there, or I mean we'll go until we finish, we give everything out. But it's just more so you're aware, and after this, when you're walking down the street, you can kind of see, it kind of sticks out to you where people are. So it's usually next to cash machines, in alleyways if it's raining, like doorways. A lot of the time now, businesses have moved people on, so they're not sort of blocking their storefront. But you'll find people next to bus stops, inside stations, so in tube stations, by the steps, or just going down the steps, especially when it's cold. And sort of anywhere where there's cover, you'll find people. So we'll just walk. If anyone spots anyone across the street or far ahead, just let the group know, and then we'll stop. So that's pretty much it. There's no like sort of formal way of doing it, and it's just approaching people like quite gently and with kindness. Yeah. Again, thank you for the food. Do you have extra?
Yes, we need to take a picture.
Of the.
Yeah, of the
Let me move this because this is for our.
हम लोग स्ट्रीट पे वॉक करेंगे और स्ट्रीट पे हम लोग वॉक करके सैंडविचेस डिस्ट्रीब्यूट करेंगे। इन यहाँ पे फ़ोटोग्राफी अलाउड नहीं है, तो मैं नहीं दिखा सकता क्योंकि उनका प्राइवेसी होता है कौन क्या है इसके लिए, बट मैं ट्राई करूँगा। ओके, यहाँ पे दिख रहा है, यहाँ पे बहुत सारे लोग हैं टेंट में। यहाँ पे रहने के लिए लोग टेंट में रहते हैं, तो हम लोग यहाँ पे चैरिटी कर सकते हैं। हम लोग ऐसा जगह जगह में घूम रहे हैं ताकि हम लोग चैरिटी कर सकें।